If you're interested in building up your credit because you either have no credit or very little credit, it can be tempting to use a credit building app, but is it the end-all be-all? No, it is not. In this video, we're going to be covering how you can use these credit building apps to your benefit and whether or not they're right for you. Stick around. Hey guys, it's Justine with the College Investor Investing and Personal Finance for Millennials. I think a lot of people put an emphasis on their credit score because they're worried they won't be able to afford things like a car, a mortgage, a boat, all of these different material things. And when you get right down to it, a credit score is a number that measures your interaction with debt. Now, there is a difference between a credit score and your credit history. So your credit history actually takes into account what type of bills and loans you have that are in good standing balance, meaning you are making those payments on time every single month and there are no delinquencies associated with it. Your credit history will show things like student loans that may have been taken out under your name, personal loans, car loans, credit cards. All of those things are a part of your credit history. Now, lenders and banks are primary users of your credit history. They like to take a look at that to see how responsible you are with other credit that you've utilized in the past, and it allows them to understand their willingness to give you even more credit or debt. Basically, debt and credit are the same thing in this case. Now, a credit score is a numerical value that actually gives you a ranking of how likely you are to pay back any types of loans you may take out in the future. Now, there are three major credit bureaus that you'll want to be aware of, including Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Those big three credit bureaus will often give you a credit score that the lenders will use in order to see the likelihood of you being able to pay back a loan that you might be applying for. All that to be said, a very important takeaway here is while building credit is important, it's the least important tool for building wealth. Now, you may be underwater on your vehicle or your student loans, you may be making payments and you still have a good credit score, but it isn't a measurement of your wealth. Now, if you want to track your credit, a really good tool to use would be Credit Karma. It's free for you to use. You can easily see your score and your credit history. And did you know that you can actually access your credit report for free by heading over to annualcreditreport.com and downloading it there so you can get a pulse on what exactly is under your name. Now, credit building apps should be used as a last resort and could make sense in some situations. Personal finance is just that, it's personal. And so if you feel like utilizing a credit building app is worth it to you, let's go ahead and check out this list. The first type of credit building apps are credit building loan apps. Credit building loans actually don't give the borrower any money up front. Instead, you make payments to a bank, and based off of those payments, they'll report that as on-time payments to the credit bureaus. The thing with these types of credit building apps is that they do take time. You may have to stick with this for 2 years in order to see a boost in your credit score. So the first type of credit building loan app is SeedFi. It costs $1 per month, and then they give loans at an interest rate of between 4 to about 5%. Now, most people can effectively build credit and savings using these types of loans, and because of the low cost, it would actually be the top app that we would use out of this list. The next one is CreditStrong. They have higher effective interest rates, about 7.75% or more, but they're likely to boost your credit score significantly over time. The next one is called Self. Self has various levels of savings, and then those who use these types of loans will pay rates anywhere between 15.65 to 15.92% APR for 2-year loans. So you can see how we've ranked this in order of lowest interest rate to highest interest rate. And if you're gonna go this route and use these types of apps, you definitely wanna look for one that has a lower interest rate. The next type of credit building app category is debit to credit app. So in this case, app users can build their credit by making payments. Some of these apps have no interest and other ones do have interest involved. So the first one to take a look at is Grow Credit. Grow Credit offers a free way to grow credit for anybody who pays a subscription. So if you have a subscription to Hulu, Netflix, whatever that is monthly and automated for you, Grow Credit might be the way to go. So every time that you pay for your subscription through this app, they'll actually report a credit line of $204 to the credit bureaus. Now it also has a paid membership fee, so if you pay for this app, you can actually grow your credit a little bit faster. But ultimately, if you have a subscription, Grow Credit would be the best way to go. Kikoff is the next one. It issues a $500 line of credit to anybody who buys consumer items in its store. So you can buy something as little as $10 and then pay it over several months and then use that as a way to build your credit. I do not like this way of building your credit. It just makes no sense to me. Please just go ahead and buy that $10 item with cash, because I think this could perpetuate the cycle of overspending if that's an issue for you in the past. The next debit to credit app is Grain. Grain offers a revolving line of credit to people with a solid income. So Grain deposits up to $1,000 into your debit account. You'll spend as you normally would and then repay that credit line on your schedule. So they set minimum payments at 10% of the amount borrowed, but you can pay it off immediately if you want to. There is a 1% withdrawal fee and a 15% APR for borrowed funds. Now, this isn't the cheapest way to build credit. Honestly, if you could just look at Credit Karma, make your payments on time with what you have listed, slow and steady wins the race in this case. Now, if you're in the process of repairing your credit, you may be tempted to work with a credit repair agency that's going to charge you a fee in order to get the misinformation off of your report. However, you can dispute this directly with the credit bureaus yourself, saving you a lot of money in the process. We will put some links below to a couple of articles to help you with those disputes down below. So if you've struggled with credit in the past, perhaps a credit building app could be right for you, but really take the time to research the costs associated with these types of apps. And remember, regardless if you use an app or you DIY this yourself, building credit takes time. It takes time to build up that credit history of making on-time payments, closing those accounts that are paid in full, and just keeping track of your annual credit report and tracking your credit score using free tools like creditkarma.com. So let us know if you've tried a credit building app, what your thoughts are. Let us know below, and we'll catch you in the next video.